Shabbat Shalom. We are here this morning. It is March 16th, and we've started marking the table this morning. And here you see this is the stovepipe morning shadow. So we're looking at the stovepipe. We have maybe 4 more days. It moves about a half a slat a day. So we're here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 days left here before the sun rises due east, which is what this little sun marks here. But we started today marking the table because we wanted to show what the sun is doing today on what would be our equilux, and also the equilux in Jerusalem, which a lot of people claim that is the actual marker day because we want to follow what is happening in Jerusalem. But I don't subscribe to that belief. I think Yahuwah wants us to meet with him no matter where we live and no matter what our technology tells us, and no matter if we know what's going on in Jerusalem or not. He wants us to be in his appointed times. Otherwise, we are creating the abomination that causes desolation. And so let's just look at what Enoch says about the last day of the year. And as it is written in the book of Enoch, and on that day the sun rises from the gate and sets in the west, and returns to the east and rises in the third gate for 31 mornings. So for 31 mornings we are in that third gate in the 12th month, the 12th Kadesh. And sets in the west of the heaven. And on that day, the last day of the 12th month, the night decreases and amounts to 9 parts, and the day to 9 parts, and the night is equal to the day. And this is where we start getting into the discussion of the equilux versus the equinox. The equilux is based on your latitude, where you are located. As the sun is refracted around our globe because of our atmosphere, it will present itself per our timex as an equal hours, or as close to equal as it will get. It is never right on. There's always some seconds, but that is only based at your location. So the closer you are to the equator, the closer that equilux will be to the equinox. I know that's a lot of big words there, but the equinox is a worldwide event that is marked by the straight line shadows. The equilux is a local event based on your location on this planet, the refraction of the sun, and your timex. So I believe that Yahuwah wants us to meet with him whether or not we know what the time is in Jerusalem. And he gives us that technology. And that technology is our sun that casts shadows that we can measure. So, I mean, there's a lot of good people out there who believe that today would be the last day or the first day of the year, whichever. But Enoch clearly marks the equal day as the 31st day, or our seasonal marker. So with that said, we're just watching to see what the shadows are doing today, in case we missed something last year. We weren't really knowing what we were looking for last year. So this year we have a little more knowledge, even though we've studied calendars and the heavens and the stars for 20 some odd years, but the Equilux phenomenon I never even took into account, and so I just want to see, and I want you to see, so that you can have an educated idea of when we're supposed to start our year. We certainly do not want to be the cause of the abomination that causes desolation. And that actually brings me to a study I was going to write about the equinox and versus the equilux. But so I just got online to look to see what everybody else was doing, who was recording what, who was keeping track, and I discovered, sadly, one of the congregations that we worked with last year has been led right back to Saturday Shabbat. Their reasoning I don't understand. It has to do with Wednesdays instead of the fourth day, claiming that Wednesday was always Wednesday, which is not true. And there was not a Wednesday on creation. The day of creation was day 1, not day Monday. So anyway, we follow day 4, not day Wednesday. And well, as I am looking at this and sadly shocked, Yahweh whispers to me, this is the abomination that causes desolation. And then he gave me Daniel 11:31. And so I've been just really tearing into this scripture, because what stuck out to me is this word perpetual. And we've always been taught, and even some different translations will say the daily sacrifice or the perpetual sacrifice. We know the word sacrifice was added in. That was never in the original script. And what the word actually was it reads perpetual in the Septuagint, but you go down to its basic word and it means 11. So I'm trying to figure out what this 11 is that they're talking about, this abomination of desolation. So I will get back more to you on that when I figure that part out. But it is the abomination of desolation when we are not at the correct appointed times. It causes the garden of appointed times to be desolate. That is where we find our sanctuary. That is where Yahweh is waiting for us. That is our protection, the correct moedim. When we're not there, it is desolate, and that is an abomination to Yahuwah. So we will go into that a little bit more, but we will track the shadows throughout the day and keep you updated on what we see now through probably the 22nd of March, so we can just see the comings and going of the sun around this time.